So it's time for a little update on the Passat. It turns out, I knew that, I have this great book that I bought in one of the early years of ownership. I like to collect original books, especially the ones that were meant for the dealers. This is actually in Danish, my language, and it turns out that it has this really nice way to check your cooling. If that doesn't work, go to this. Yeah, really straightforward. So naturally I decided to start in the middle because I'm stupid. But no, I didn't. I haven't checked with the thermostat and all, but I checked it has a thermo switch in the bottom, and I tried to shorten that. That should start the vent. It didn't. And then I can show you in a minute the relay. But yesterday I tested an old one I had lying around, and it works if it got directly power. So today I decided to check the one on the car, but give me a second and we will go there. So we are back with the car. One of the things I like about this German, what you call ingenuity, it says on the top here what the different relays are for. And it also says in the book I just showed you that if you shorten these two, the fan should start. I tried that the other day and it just clicked, okay? So my initial thought was that this was faulty. Just a second. This could also be the reason. You can see there's a lot of rust here, and that is the relay that goes here. And also the terminal down here is clearly corroded. So, but if it was only the relay, the fan should work if I shorten those. I've taken some old wire I had lying around, connected up, taken the plug apart, and now I'm simply just gonna give it direct power from the battery to see if it works. Oh baby, we got a winner. And luckily for me, that one sounds a lot healthier than the one I tested on the floor. But since that is working, I guess it's got to be a problem between here and the connections. But I guess I have to get the fuse box out so I can see if it's corroded. Yeah, that's got to be the next one. Oh, can I just show you this? Can you see? It says what everything is for. If you turn it around, you can see what all the fuses are for. That's something it's just straightforward, easy to go at. Yeah, thanks for that, Volkswagen. Oh, I mentioned the diagnostic plug the other day. I can't remember if I showed you. It's this one. But yeah, we won't be finding a computer for that. So, just went out in the attic to get this, also from a spare parts car, and I can see that apparently this is a kind of lid that you can take off and you can see all the connection. So I decided that I wanted to do that because I expected it to be corroded down here. So I managed extremely gently, because well, this is after all almost 50-year-old plastic. Found out how to take it off, and you can clearly see, I don't know if you can clearly see, but it's brown over here as well because of rust. You can see the other relays here, they all seem to be corroded. So I expected it to be corroded down here. much to my surprise, it doesn't really appear to be. Only very little. I expect that's just droppings from the relays. So why wasn't it starting the fan when I bridged those two? I don't know. I thought it could also be, maybe I should just change the fuses. And the first one I took out simply went apart. You see? There you go. That could definitely be a part of the problem. Yeah. It goes a bit slow today. It's been over 35 degrees, so that is hot for Denmark. But yeah. Now I'm gonna try to maybe bridge it directly here. Could also be in the wiring down here, but new fuse and try to bridge it again. See what happens. So another handheld continuation. I've changed the fuses except for this 16 amp. Apparently I didn't have one, and I reused one of those. This is just slightly pressed in because that was quite corroded as well. So I have hooked up the battery, the ignition is on, and I try to shorten these two again. So that was actually kind of nice. So the only question is, was it the fuse, the relay, just a bad connection in the wire? But the only true test is if it starts by itself with the engine running. Could also be that. Still, in my opinion, maybe I should try shorting that thermo switch at the bottom, because that was another test. Then I have to put the relay in. Yeah, give me a second. Last thing with these numbers, you can see the corroded one is the one that was in the car, the one on the right, and they have exactly the same numbers. And the one on the left is one I had lying around or was sitting in the other fuse box. So of course I'm going to put the one in without corrosion. That was a side step. So this is going to be a bit awkward, but if I understand the book correctly, can you see it down here? You got the thermo switch, and if you shortened the two, the fan should start. And where can I get you to look? I'm gonna do like this, and then see if I can avoid getting injured. Well, it tried to start. What does that mean? Yes! That's kind of nice. So that one is supposed to work. I guess I should try to start the engine, even though it is extremely hot today. Maybe add a little bit more water. But remember, I'm just amateur, but in my opinion, I know now that the fan is working, the electric should be okay, and the thermo switch. I don't think that rules out. Did I say the thermostat? The thermo switch. That doesn't rule out the thermostat or the water pump, or this whole arrangement here with the wrong reservoir. But if I can just get that to start so it doesn't get into a red, I guess that would be a success. Oh, maybe you noticed here. This is from the first Passat that I bought, the automatic, so that's why the fuse box can be a little bit different. But this whole arrangement, I think it's either due to the fact that it had what I call it, driving lights, which were implemented in the 90s, where that car was still driving, or it could be due to the fact that it had some, as far as I remember, some extra lights under the bumper. I wonder if I have saved those, but I can find a photo, I think. So, well, why is it that you never film when things just seem to start immediately? Start at first turn of the key. Guess it's because it's so warm today, and of course because it hasn't been started in what, 5 days? I forgot I still got no fuel, but now I'm waiting for this. It's slowly climbing, and we need to go out to see if the fan starts, but I don't think it starts yet. Oh, I guess I put enough water in. And now it starts boiling, and the fan is still not turning. Cut it. So, what did the book say? Is the water boiling? Yes, sure is. I think I got a bad water pump. Maybe it's clogged up because it hasn't been moving, or the thermostat. That's kind of the last things I need. So, time to wait again.